Welcome to Sunday Comic Investment Chat. It has been 3 weeks, I think. I'm trying to keep track. I'm trying to do it, once a month. Anyhow, look at what we have here. Hello, Kingdom Comics. Comic Crack is here. Good as Gold, as well as James Watson. Hello to the four people in the chat room. Thank you for joining me. It's early Sundays, beautiful day here. We are at the optimal condition in Sarasota as far as good living because it is nice and it's not cool yet, but at least the humidity is gone. Anyhow, Sunday Comic Investment Chat. Yes, hello, Dr. Vanchilla. For those that watch my comic market report, I think I load a couple days ago. And in that market report, there was a fairly significant decline in the Amazing Fantasy 15 books that I showcased in the market report. And I thought about it for a little bit, and I want to talk about the market in this Sunday chat. You hear me refer and compare the stock market, the real estate market, as well as the comic book market. Okay, there's a lot of similarity, but there is also a huge difference between the stock market and the comic book market. The biggest difference is the inefficiency. Okay, that's a term that's hard to explain. It's the stock market is very efficient, is very fluid. If you participate in the stock market, you see fast action, millions or thousands of share exchanging hands in seconds. If there are so many participants at any given point of the stock market, okay, any given point there are hundreds, if not thousands or millions of people participating in the stock market. So it's very efficient. you know the price happen quick. But when it comes down to the comic book market, it's very inefficient, especially when you run an auction. Very inefficient because you can broadcast an auction 2 weeks ahead of time or a week ahead of time, like on eBay. Okay, you get a whole week. Does that mean that everybody that want a copy of that book, that are willing to bid on that book, is going to be bidding on that book? The art is no. Okay, that's the reality. For whatever reason, some people don't want to do eBay. So just because you can put a book on eBay for 10 days, I think that's the maximum length. I don't know. I haven't run an auction in eBay in so long, so I can't say. But for example's sake, you can put a big book, up on eBay or even Comic Link, okay, or anywhere for auction, and have the whole week or 2 weeks for people to see it. Does that mean that everyone that is in the market is going to bid on that book? The answer is absolutely no. I know people out there that only want to buy big books in person. They don't want to buy on internet. They don't want to deal with shipping. They don't want to deal with not seeing the book in hands. They don't want to deal with buying something that have a hidden flaws because it's in a slab and they can't examine the book in hands. Comic Link doesn't show back covers. There's a whole lot of reason why somebody would not bid on a book in an auction. Now, eBay, tons of people avoid eBay because it is such a pain in the butt. You're dealing with horrible people that can't ship book correctly, even slabs, even expensive slabs. I have had people sending $1,000 slabs that were poorly packed. So there's a lot of reasons that make the comic book market very inefficient. Kingdom Comics said that the comic market is a hot topic point on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook that often, so I can't say. I don't participate in those debates. And he said that especially at conventions. Convention is a beast of their own. If you know, here's the thing. We all know about GPA. Okay, here's another thing about how inefficient the market is. Okay, the market is so inefficient because there is no perfect price collection. Okay, that I think that's the best way that I can use it. You know, the stock market. When you when the stock market open, every single trade, every every single trades can be recorded. Okay, there is no secret trade somewhere that you can't see what the price was. Okay, every trades are there for everyone to see. That's why it's efficient. When you look at comic books, whether you use Go Collect, GPA, Comics MV, guess what? They don't capture everything. Not even close. Even if you include all three, you include Go Collect because they collect CBCS as well, or as well as PGX. I think it's barely scratched the surface of the market. Because why? Conventions, dealers, LCS, private sales, CGC board sales, people selling books between themselves, between friends. There is no way to capture the full picture of the market. Absolutely impossible. And that's why the market is so inefficient. Okay? People at conventions, dealers that go to conventions, they pay crazy prices to set up booth. Gold School said, Nick, you get a new camera. I did not. My camera broke. Okay, my camera that I use for the past 6+ years broke. I think 2 months ago. It finally died. It was having all kind of issues for the past 6 months, and it finally gave up, refused to turn on. And when it turned on, it refused to shut off. It refused to record when I pushed the record. It's had all kind of issues. So the last 2 months, I have shot my many videos with my iPhone. Yes. So if you see any kind of difference, if you notice, it's the iPhone. It's not 4K. It's nothing fancy. Hello, Pete Cast, TH Comics, Omega Comics. Hello, as well as Christopher Joy. Todd is here. Oh, TH Comics is Todd. Change the handle. Congratulations on winning The Price is Right. Back to price inefficiency. You know, dealers pay a lot of money to set up booth. Doesn't I can't remember the exact cost, but I think at one point, maybe a couple years ago, I read somewhere on the CGC forum that it costs like 10,000 or something like crazy like that to set up a booth at San Diego Comic Con. I'm not sure what the cost is, but it is expensive. Bringing a truckload of slabs and set up tables and display to New York City is a lot of effort. Okay, it costs a lot. You gotta bring at least one or two people to help you out to man the booth so that people don't rob you, steal things from you. It's so there's a huge cost, hotel costs, eating, food, you name it. So there is a reason why books are expensive at cons, because dealers, I mean, I remember going to San Diego Comic Con in 2010, my last big con, and everything that I looked at was way over GPA, way over. I didn't buy anything. Okay, that's the other thing. Some people, when they went to a con, because they already exert so much expenses to get to a con, they feel like they got to do something. They feel like there's a pressure to spend something up. No, not me. I already waste money on airline and hotel. I'm not gonna compound wasting money with overpaying for a book. This fool doesn't do that. Okay, this fool doesn't do that. Other people can overpay at convention because they got to have it. Not this fool. No. It's human. It's one of those traits, and dealers know this. Okay, dealers know this. Dealers know that there are those that go to conventions and they got to have it. They don't care what GPA is. They don't care what the fair market value is. They see the book, they see the crowd, they go into the stupid mode, and then they overpay. Okay, it's dealers would not spend so much time and efforts setting up and go to convention if they don't make a profit. If they stop making a profit, they stop going. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, and trust me, I am not. Now, can you get a deal at a convention? Yes. I'm not saying that you cannot, but make no mistake. For those that hunt and bargain and haggle to get a discount, did you get a discount on Amazing Fantasy 15? Action 1? Detective 31? Superman 1? What did you get? Bragging about getting a deal at a convention on a showcase 4 is not the same as, getting a deal on Hotel Suspense 39. Okay, there are deals, but dealers know when to give deals and when to jack it up. Christopher Joy said starting that deep in a hole at a con is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think if you read, My Hire, Chuck, somewhere he wrote a vlog about how and why he doesn't want to go to San Diego Comic Con anymore, because the cost of bringing two big truck, because My High bring big booth. They don't just get one booth. Their booth is like twice or three times the size of the typical booth at San Diego Comic Con. So they've got to pay twice, if not three times, to set up. And so for him, he's just like, if I had to spend 10, 20, $30,000 to set up a Comic Con, on top of the cost of driving two big truckloads of books and a 6 people crew, and house and board them and feed them, you better sell. You better sell a whole lot of crap, right? Insane. Brandon, he just watched the pressing videos. You are welcome. Practice, my friend. Practice is not as hard as it seems or made out to be by a lot of people. My advice to people that want to learn to press is take out a stack of books. okay? Silver, bronze, modern, and just play around. Figure it out for yourself. I show you practically 90% of what I do. Okay, the other 10% is for me to keep as far as secrets. Um, let's see. I'm trying to, I'm finally stop talking and trying to read the comments in the chat and trying to catch up. Pete Cass said he quit cons 10 plus years ago. My last con was 2010, so 9 years ago. In fact, Reaper Anthony put up a video about his favorite con and his comment on favorite memories of conventions, and I post a comment on his videos. I said this comment is one of its kind because unlike any other comment that you will read, I hate cons. My favorite convention is the one I'm not going to. Oh, I understand convention is a big thing for a lot of people. I get it. I get it. Okay? I will just tell you, I hate cons with a freaking passion because I just hate crowds. Bottom line, I hate crowds. I don't even like crowds at the LCS. I avoid going to the LCS on Wednesday like it is death. Okay? Yes, that's how much I hate crowds. I don't even want to go into a store when I see 10 people in there. So, no, no thanks. No thanks. Which do you think is a better long term hold? X-Men 1, 3.5, or giant size X-Men 1, 9.4? Ooh, Blade Runner with the tough questions. First and foremost, which one do you care more? Okay? I mean, ultimately, it's going to be different for everyone. Okay? I can't speak for other people. It's hard for me to give an opinion on that when I own both in multiples. Oh, that's gonna bring some hits later. He's bragging again. He's bragging again. It's reality. uh, yeah, but that's the truth. It's hard for me to sit here and say, "Oh, don't sell that, own this." When I have 3 copies of each, well, I think in the long run, X-Men 1 is going to be the winner, the better, the bigger percentage gain. Okay, if you take a giant size copy and an X-Men 1, fast forward 10 years from now, I think the X-Men 1 is going to be the one that give a better return. Just my guess. There is no empirical data to back up my opinions. Okay, so let it be very clear. I I don't have, and I want people to take my opinion here, there, and anywhere else in my 2,000 plus videos. Like anybody else on the internet, we really don't have a crystal ball. Okay, all I can do is try to give common sense advice and opinions. It could be wrong. Just because it's common sense, you know how this hobby is. It's full of nonsense. This hobby is completely, utterly full of nonsense. So trying to apply common sense to a hobby full of common sense, non-common sense, uncommon sense is not common sense. Holy cow, is that a whole lot of nonsense there? Let's see. Christopher Joy, you guessed it right. Own both. Okay. It's as I have said many times. I am blessed in a position where I have bought and owned many copy of these books for a long time for cheap. So it's not a big deal for me to have many books. I understand the newer collector, people that enter the hobby, they need to pick and choose where they put their money. I get it. Okay, so it's not easy. It's not easy to being fairly new to the hobby and be inundated with image. It's overload of the senses, and that's the thing. FOMO. Okay, FOMO is social media worst flaws. Well, I wouldn't call worst flaws. Social media has a lot of flaws, and one of it is FOMO, fear of missing out. In the old days of collecting, as we all know, you collect for yourself. I bought stuff for myself from 1981 to 1999. I didn't have social media to tell me what's hot, what's what to buy. I couldn't even care less about what wizard. Yes, even in the 90s, I did not buy any wizard magazine. Okay? But that's me. My personality has always been don't give an F what other people collect. From day one. Day one. I don't care what Wizard magazine is hyping, pumping, bumping, lumping. I don't care. I don't care about any of it. So I am in the minority, I guess, if I had to guess, in that I didn't care. And I think one of the worst flaw today with newer collector is that they had to deal with the complete bombardment of visual image and sense overload of the senses, because that's why I that's why I don't go to Instagram. I do not need to be bombarded with non-stop images of things, and it's not that I will be influenced to buy anything. Okay, I'm not the type of person. I have the personality that I don't see something and then I want it. Okay, it's not me. It's if I want it, I want it. If I see something that I want, yeah. But it's not because somebody else showed it to me. It's weird. It's hard to explain how I find things or discover things that I like. And a lot of it is on my own. I like to discover things on my own. For those that watch my recent video where I show Storenko horror magazine, I found that out completely by accident. I was looking through horror magazine and I saw that book. I'm like, wow, Storenko did a horror cover that is sweet. I will buy. But it's not because I saw the book on Instagram or on a YouTube videos or on Facebook page. It's just that's just not me. I enjoy the process of discoveries. Okay, that's all I can say. The process of discovery and learning and digging is what makes me. I like to research. I love to dig around, find things on my own. Just like I learned how to press books or how to grade. There is no school. I did not go to any school to learn how to press a book. I didn't, it's my personality is all about self discoveries kind of thing. I enjoy that process, but not on everything. I don't see myself self discoveries on how to fix my toilet. Is this if the, it's not everything in life is about, oh, I want to learn how to do that. I'm not a DIY person on many things, but when it comes down to comic books, stock market, investment, I love those things. Mike R have a question. What do I use for cleaning? I use up. I don't have, my cleaning table is not in front of me right here, but I have one, two, three, four. Gosh, I have a like a little box. Inside that box gotta be at least 15 to 20 different kind of eraser, but I use strictly one, two, three. There's five type of erasers that I use often. There's five. I will do a video. I will do a series on, like the pressing tutorial that I did next year. My plan next year is that I will do a series on cleaning. It won't be that many videos because, unlike pressing, there are, there might be 3 or 4 videos, but I have got a lot of questions over the years on cleaning. And, I made 1 or 2 videos on cleaning way back 6 years ago, 5 years ago. And those videos got a lot of views, but the techniques that I show in those videos are way old. Okay, I have done many different things compared to what I did 5 years ago in that video. So I might do a series to show all the tools that I use, but there's five, and I can tell you in your question that I do not use Absoline whatsoever. I do have a bucket of it that I bought and I tried and I didn't like it. I'm not a fan of that material whatsoever. I have achieved good results using anything but Absoline. Okay, so there's a lot of people. I saw a lot of YouTube videos of people using Absoline and recommend it, and that's fine if they're happy. It's just like pressing. Okay, you heard me talk about this in many pressing videos. My methods is just my methods. It's not the best. It's not the only. I have talked about this with many other people. If you hear and pay attention to my pressing videos, I never said anytime that this is the best pressing methods. I absolutely detest saying that or hearing it from anybody else. Anyone that come to my channel with this is the best, my method, I'm using this and that because that's the best, this, no. It's your methods, fine. If you're happy with your methods, fine. I'm happy with mine, period. Done. Okay, I don't need to declare if I have the best methods or yours are the best or mine is better than yours and all that stuff. And the same thing with cleaning. I am certain that there are many people out there that do different things than I do. I don't give two shites of what they do. Okay, let me be very clear. I have done pressing and cleaning for a decade. Do I care if someone that just started pressing their book 6 weeks ago telling me how to do something? No. Yeah, I heard enough videos on YouTube of people like telling people on what to do, and they do the best this and the best that, and last I saw you learned how to press 6 months ago. So what the F are you talking about? Best of anything. Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with your result, that's fine. Just try not to declare anything as best of anything. But I can do a series of video on how to clean, and I just don't like Absoline whatsoever. I try it a few times. I try it. In fact, where is that? I kept that bucket around under my desk. Under my desk, I found the bucket. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and it is, as you can see, I took a few chunk out to use. This bucket has been around for 10 years. um, Woblaze, hello? Yes, Christopher Joy. Cleaning, has I temporarily damaged a book when I clean? Yes, I think I have damaged a book or two. Sometimes, when you use the eraser on the page and the page crinkle because the paper just crinkle. That has happened to me once or twice in the beginning, and I learned how to uh, use my other hands to hold the page down, as well as reduce my circle of erasing. Erasing is about being slow and patient and work in small spots. Okay, so like I said, I will do a set of videos on how to clean and how to guess how I do it. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's the best of anything. I just gonna do a set of videos, show the tools that I use frequently, and I have, like I said, 6 different eraser that I use frequently. Yeah, and that time, it's about switching different tools to see what's best. Not one eraser work best on every situation. So it's an art. It's a craft that takes some time to master. I don't say it is any harder or easier than pressing, but it's definitely a learning curve for me. That's all I can say. Brandon said that he had someone pop a staple on his FF49. Dang, yeah, that's have never happened with me. I have popped a staple, a book, a golden age book, not a key of any sort, trying to fix a spine roll. Yeah, in my early days, I have done that once. Okay, as far as pressing, I have damaged 3 books with pressing, and I had pressed thousands of books. So I remember vividly on each occasion. One was a pop staple, and two was I bent, I dog ear a book. Horrible rookie mistake. Like, here's a magazine I can show. Like somehow when I place the book down on the material before I put under the press, the the back cover must have bent like this somehow, and then when I put it under the press, it put a hard crease on the back cover. Twice I did that. Yeah, I'm like, how the heck did I mess that up? One of them was huge. One of them, the dog ear that I created was like something like like a that big. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, after that, now when I put the book down on a backing board before I slide it under the press, I literally slide the book and make sure that there is no dog ear potential. Uh, Todd Holbeck asked, "Did you ever use Mr. Clean Eraser?" Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have tried that as well. Uh, I have tried. I have tried. Gosh, once I do a video, I will trying to locate every. Some of the stuff I bought to clean, I tried, it was terrible, and I just tossed it in the closet. But I was trying to pull. I bought a lot of stuff, and it's not expensive stuff. Some of the stuff is like, 5, $10, and I tried once. I'm just like, oh my god, this stuff is terrible. It didn't work. On top of it, it smelled like some of the eraser, some of the. I will show it in a video. Some of the stuff I bought was just like, oh my god, it can lift grease. Yeah, some of the claim are just like unfounded. Path to a Key. Omega Comics said he bought a Spider-Man 129, a Mark Jewel. Wow, a 6.0 ship for clean and press. Good luck, my friend. It could be a big double. Hopefully a double, right? On something like that. I'm trying to catch up on the comments here. Let's see. What effect will eBay imposing sales tax on all sales have on your flipping margin? First of all, I don't bother with eBay. End of discussion. On a serious note, if you follow my path to a key, I think the majority of them are sales either on YouTube or on Comic Link or on my comic shop. I don't bother with eBay. So it has that much impact. Zero. Because I don't. I have not. I sold in the past year. I sold one book. One. So, no. Compared to consigning about 100 books to Comic Link, yeah, it's the what's going on with eBay mean nothing for me. Zero. Don't care. I buy a lot of stuff from eBay. Yes, I do. But as far as worrying about sales tax on selling, and no, I don't care. Speaking, no, I just look at the clock. It's 10:10, so I got another 20 minutes to go. But Omega here talking about my path to a key video, as well as other people talking about flipping. I will end the series. When I started my path to a key series, I didn't know where it will go. I didn't know how long I will run it. Well, first up, for those that follow my channel, you know how I feel about making videos. I make a lot of videos, but first and foremost, if it is work, I don't want to do it. Period. Okay? This hobby, YouTube, comic books, is supposed to be fun for me. So if it turned into work, I don't want any part of it. And it has turned into work with Path to a Key. Because why? I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. But I buy when I feel like I want to buy. I don't want to buy. I don't want to feel like I have to go and look for something. And that's what Path to a Key forced me to do. Because, I want to show people how they can buy things and flip things and sell things, and that's what it turned into. I buy a lot of stuff. I buy 10 times more than what I show on YouTube. But I buy and sell privately, all that stuff. I don't even show you all the slabs that I got back from CGC. Trust me, I don't. I pick and choose what I want to show. And with the Path to a Key, it turns into a chore of me having to sell something when I don't want to sell it yet. And then turn around, have to go and look for something to buy when I really don't care to buy at the moment. And it's been going on for the past few months. It's not just happened like last month and things like that. So I've thought about it for the past couple of weeks, and I just said, I'm gonna kill the series because at the end of the day, I've been doing flipping for years. It's not like I just start buying books to flip to buy a Silver Age key this year. No, I've been doing for years. I just doing the series to show people that it can be done. Bargains can be had on eBay on a daily basis. I proved that. I think at this point, after 7 months, I start my first video back in February or March. I proved that time and time again that I can do it. Anyone can do it, not just I can do it. Okay, so now there's no need for me to continue. I will close it out. I shot a quick one a couple days ago after the Strange Tales 169 was auctioned off on Comic Link. I will do that. I will finish up with all the books that I bought in the series and sent to CGC just to show the grades that I got back, and then I will sell those, and I will keep doing it, but I won't make the videos. I don't need to I don't feel like making any more videos for that series next year. There will be a couple more videos to close out the few books that I have at CGC right now, and a few that is at Comic Link right now, like the Eternals 5 that I got back last month. I consigned that. So yeah, it turned into work, and I had said this many times with this hobby. For me to enjoy this hobby, it is not gonna be like that. I don't want to be in a position where I feel like I have to work. It's already work when I sell stuff. I don't want to turn into work all the time to make videos. No, not that. No way. So it's done. I decided that, yeah, I will close out the series. I will update people if they want me to hear the updates on, what I have been doing with my art of the flip. I try to do more is talk about the potential, the cost, like even the last CGC haul. I talk about how much I paid for some of those books, but I can certainly update people on how much I have put in the pot from time to time, and then eventually I will buy a showcase for cheap next year, sometime. I don't know, but think about it. If you watch my recent haul videos, I got my fifth Nova 1 9.8, right? Yes, I talk about that. And if you follow my channel, you also know that I sold the other four. And you know what the profit was for the other four of Nova 1 9.8 that I sold? About $3,000. More than the 10 books that I have bought and flipped and all that work for the Path to a Key. So, that's why I thought about it. It's like, it's so much work to show that series. Yes, it's helpful to show people that they can do it, but I'm doing it 3 or 4 or 5 times more outside of the Path to a Key. So why am I holding myself back to buy a showcase right now when I know I can literally go out there and buy a copy with the profit I made this year? Yeah, it's just gonna be silly for me to be like, I'm gonna have to wait until next year so that I can. No, it's. Hello, Robert. You come in just in time for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Good to hear, Omega. You know, ultimately that was the goal. The goal of Path to a Key was not to. Sure, some people will look at that as, oh, he's just doing it to show off. Is there any other way to show how to sell something for profit and not being labeled as show off? Explain to me. Explain to me, if you buy something and flip it and make 3 or 4 times your money, how do you act? So Woblaze asked, have you ever owned an X-Men 1? I think that question is for me. Yeah, Todd Holbeck, I make on the average a couple G a month on comic profit. Yes, that's a fact. You can, I have the data. So it's absolutely nonsense for me to sit here and say, oh, I just make 400 on this, and I'm gonna keep on doing it and wait until I can say, why bother, right? It's just it's a chore, and and it's not like, oh, I got enough money now that I can buy a Showcase 4 next week. I'm patient. There's no rush. Showcase 4 is a book that I want to have, a book I never owned. So it's not like I gotta own it tomorrow. I got enough money saved up that if the right copy, the bottom line is about the right copy. Okay, I said it many times. That book in low grade are often all jacked up, faded color orange. No, I want a dark, deep orange copy. The right copy shows up, Big Daddy's gonna get it. Indeed, Todd, a blaze of red. That's what I want. Yeah, in about 5 minutes, I will. Well, in about 10 minutes, I will go and start making bacon and eggs. And my son has have a love for French toast now. The last couple of weeks, that's what he wanted. He want bacon and French toast. So I will make some cinnamon French toast. The wife and I, we like French toast too, but we like to stick with the traditional sunny side up. 2 eggs, bacon, sausage, toast, sometimes hash brown, sometimes some chocolate chip pancakes. The whole works. Sunday is the biggest meal, my favorite meal of the week. Okay. Wobbles said yes. Yes, Wobbles. The answer is yes. I have owned X-Men 1 many, many times over. If you watch my channel, you should have seen me show an X-Men 1 in one of the videos. I think I bought an X-Men 1 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Like a mid-grade, like a 4.0, 5.0 raw copy. I think it's like 2 years ago, maybe even three. Time flies so fast on YouTube. I don't remember, but I think I make a video. Just search, just YouTube search ETA Nick X-Men 1, and you see that copy. I did a close up spotlight on that book. But as far as owning that book, I own a lot of that book. I talk about that many times. I used to have a 9.0 CGC copy, as well as an 8.5. Yes. I also got ripped off way back in 2003. For those that follow my channel long enough, I talk about how my very first X-Men 1 that I bought long ago in 2003, I received an empty box. I got ripped off $5,000 on eBay. Yeah, yes. Go and search for that video. You see it. It's called Horror Story. I know that's the thing with YouTube. I've been on YouTube for so long with so many videos that a lot of the older stuff just got buried deep in the vault. It's there. Look it up and you can watch it. Are there any other comics you have never owned and wanted? Without being stupid, uh, I think most people would be in this camp as well. Superman 1 is one of them. Detective 27 would be the other one. There are books out there that I never own and don't ever care to own. Like Marvel 1, no. Captain America 1, would love to do that too. So there's books that, yeah, I mean, there's major, crazy, expensive books. Most likely I will never own it because I'm not going to spend $90,000 on a Captain America 1. That ain't going to happen. But as far as affordable books, Showcase, Showcase 4, absolutely. It's my, it's the one Silver Age books that I said to myself, if the right copy shows up, I will man up. Could be this year, could be next year, could be. I have wanted that book for a couple of years now. You know, the right copy just has not show up this year. If they did, I missed it. Any Wonder Woman books? I don't. I have Wonder Woman 1. I passed up on All Star 8 many years ago. I should have. I could have. I was dumb. A couple years ago, maybe 5, 6, at least a year or two before they announced the movies. Okay, at least a year. It's been so long, I can't remember. But I had a chance to buy a 3.0 raw copy. It has a big tear on the front cover. It's complete, but it's about a 3.0 with a big. The tear is about maybe 3.5, 4 inch long, and I just, at least that's what my brain is telling me. I could be it's also have other flaws. Okay, it's a low grade book, so it's not just the tear itself. It was other problem with the book. There are other smaller tears as well. And I had a chance to buy that book for 5,800, 6,000, not even that. I pass it up, and of course that book is probably 3 times that now, whatever. So now, so yeah, I'm over wanting to own that book. Do you own any Archie keys? No. And it's not a book that I would ever, you know, man up for. The PEP 22 is a cool book. It's just not. I'm past the stage of wanting a lot of stuff. I joke about, oh, I own everything. I don't own everything, but at the same time, in my mind, I own almost everything that I want. And the stuff that I don't have is out of the realm of reason. I think, who doesn't want a Tech 27, right? But how many people out there can afford one, right? So those books I don't even count in the books that I want. Yeah, who doesn't want it? But at the same time, come on, who's gonna? I'm not gonna go out there and spend $200,000 on a low grade Tech 27 copies just so that I have it. I'm beyond caring to have it. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle #1 would be another one that is on the radar. First print, yes, absolutely, it's on my radar as well. So if there's two books, Silver Age, Showcase 4, Copper, Modern, Teenage Mutant Ninja #1, and I talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja #1 quite a few times on my channel. It's a book that I passed up. Even 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, Reaper saw a copy at his LCS, an 8.0, for sale for like 5,000, and he didn't know that I was looking for a copy, so he talked about it, and then I'm just like, man, if you mentioned that to me when you saw that book, I would have say, buy it for me, or let the owner pick up the phone. I will buy it over the phone because I want it for 5,000 for an 8.0. That was a steal. I can't believe his LCS sold a copy. Not even 2 years ago, I don't think. You can't even buy a 7.0 for that price. Do you search specific books on eBay? No, not anymore. When I do, if you look on my art of the flip videos, eventually you might find a video of me giving tips on how I search for things on eBay. And part of my strategy on flipping and buying books for Path to a Key is not search on specific books. Okay, when you search for specific books, you narrow your choice too much. If you search for age, like Silver Age or Bronze Age, and you search based on price range, you open up to all kind of opportunities. So I basically just summarize what I just talk about in those videos. So if you find that videos, it will give you tips on how I go about searching on eBay. Before I go, we're down to the last minute. Robert just bought a Marvel Superhero 1. Beautiful king size book. Is that the one with the brown cover? I'm trying to visualize what that book looked like. It's a square bound. That I do know. I just don't remember what the issue number 1 looked like. Aha. I might have it. I might have it in my drawer. In fact, anyhow, time for me to go make breakfast for the family. Thanks for joining me. Until Thanksgiving. And not until Halloween, I mean. Maybe the next show. Bye.